A microphone I am excited about. This is probably the first real Telefunken I have ever been on. First impression right now, just now hearing it, set it up, and check 1, 2, and it sounds great. This is the Telefunken TF47 here. I have the catalog in front of me, part of their Alchemy series, which comes with the TF47, the TF51, and you can see the variety of microphones they have there. Comes with a power supply here with adjustable polar patterns that I have here on the table, and the mic itself. We did an unboxing. It's a very pretty microphone. It's got a nice grill, chrome grill. It's a heavy, dense microphone. It's got the Telefunken logo on the front, and it sounds fantastic. And it has I was reading a little bit before I hopped on to talk into it. It says it's a modern design based on the German sound, drawing inspiration from the historic Telefunken U47 and M49, with a deep low end and a forward mid-range, which is exactly where my voice lies. So when I was looking around for microphones to try, I was like, hey, this is kind of describing what it is I do, with a bright mid-range and a little bit of a low pole that I was looking for. So these characteristics make it especially ideal for recording vocals, guitar amps, and drums. So I wanted to hop on this thing and give it a try. And it feels like I'm on a studio microphone. And again, this is not a cheap microphone. This is about $1,900. So this is right sub $2,000 range for a microphone. And this makes you, like I said, feel like you're in the studio. It sounds like I'm in a studio. And you get that feeling of, hey, this is time to track some real quality projects, right? And we talked about it earlier in an earlier video. I think I was on the warm audio. We did the CX12. Where just being around the microphone, and this has that same presence, where being around a nice microphone inspires you, and it makes you want to get to work and to record something. So let me get my little script book here. And let's read something into it and just see how it sounds. From my speaking voice, I can tell a huge difference when I'm on mic and when I'm off mic, right? But when I'm on mic, it sounds, that mid-range really fills my ears. It sounds really nice and punchy. Here's just an old read for Fox. From the creators of American Horror Story and The People vs. O.J. Simpson, 911. Coming soon to Fox. Yeah, so it just really grabs that mid-range, that mid to low range, and just pulls it into the microphone. It makes it sound really, really lush and nice, but still has a modern sound to it. Is that what it said, the modern German sound? So it's a German sound, but it's a modern version. I can definitely hear that. It does. It says right here, it will sit in a mix and give it a certain authority and weight. I can definitely see that. Let's try this again. Real life drama from Ryan Murphy, 911, coming soon to Fox. So for my voice, I would say this microphone is a winner. If you have a resonant voice, if your voice is somewhat mid-range or lower, this microphone is great. And if you're working out of a booth, I would say this microphone could be for you as well. It is not a physically massive microphone. It's got a nice compact size. It's not small, but it's probably 6-7 inches, maybe 5.5 inches, somewhere in there, where it's manageable. If I were to be in a 4x4 booth, I would not feel intimidated that this microphone is taking up all of my arm flailing voice acting space, right? I think the size for it, when I first opened it up, I was like, oh man, this microphone's kind of small because I was looking at this catalog and they're like the size of this, 11.5 inch paper here. And I was like, okay, there's these big microphones. But I'm actually very comfortable with the physical presence of it and the physical size of it. I think it works great. And it's so cool to be on a real Telefunken. So I was very, very excited to plug this one in. It has multiple polar patterns, but for the sake of voiceover, which these videos are, I'm not going to get into that. That's more of recording groups or musicians or something. Let's try a very basic commercial style read. This is not a commercial, but I'm going to read it like it is. In many ways, we're in a league of our own. From day one, we set the tone and firmly planted our flag. Welcome to Thursday Night Football on Fox. This is where we were destined to be. So yeah, that nice low resonant form sound, I feel like the microphone's just grabbing it and just pulling it into the microphone without me having to try. It's just kind of capturing the sound and taking it where it needs to be. And that means this is a great tool, right, to capture performance. In my vocal range, I'm very satisfied with this. So for $2,000, this is maybe you already have, this would be like your third microphone, right? You went to Guitar Center and you got your $200 or $200 microphone, your Snowball. And then you said, okay, I'm going to, time to reinvest. I'm going to buy a $1,000 microphone or, a $700 microphone and, use that for a while. Then, okay, you're making money in voiceover and now you want something very nice to kind of upgrade to in the studio. You can start getting into these really high quality Telefunken, Neumann, higher end German microphones. And they do not disappoint. It is a gorgeous microphone. It sounds really, really, really nice. There's nothing negative I can say about this. It's just it's a very detailed microphone. I can hear everything that's going on in the room. And this is something that I don't feel uncomfortable talking into for extended periods of time. So if you're a podcaster, if you're doing YouTube videos, or if you're doing something where you need to be on mic a lot, this is not in any way blowing out my ears, or there's no weird, uncomfortable frequencies or anything like that. It's just really pulling that mid-range. What would that be? That's probably like your 150 to 500 hertz range, and it's really just bringing it front and center, which sounds good on my voice, and especially for the work I do, like in a promo or a trailer. Speaking of which, let's read a trailer on it and see what that sounds like on this.
Now, with the world at war, he took a stand against evil that changed history forever. Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour. This film is not yet rated.
See, to me, that just sounds gorgeous. It just does really well at that's my style of voiceover delivery. Now, this may not work for everybody. It may not be everyone's jam, but for my particular work I do, my particular voice, this sits me very well. So I'm extremely satisfied with this microphone, and I'm interested to see what the cousins in this Alchemy range do. There's the one right next to it, which would be the TF47. But I picked this one specifically because when I read the description for it, I was like, okay, that's me. And now being on it, I'm like, yeah, that was a great decision. So I'm kind of fanboying over this Telefunken. It's just something that it's taken me this long to get on and hop on it and experiment with it. I haven't gone to a store that lets me kind of they exist. I just haven't gone to try a bunch of mics all in one day. And even if you did hype on a bunch of mics all in one day, I don't know if that would be beneficial. It's better to spend a little bit of time with it, like I'm doing with this. So I'm going to hang on to it. I'm going to use it for some of my work and some of my promos coming up here. And excited to see what it sounds like on air, what it sounds like when they give it to an engineer and they mix with it to see what they say. But hands down, a great microphone. The price point is going to be in your upper level for a professional microphone. I'm running this through my Universal Apollo X8 with a Helios Type 69 plug-in pre. It's not an actual hardware mic pre. It's just a plug-in, and it sounds great. I'm extremely thrilled with this. So that's my review of the Telefunken TF47. If you have a voice that is similar to mine, this will really make you shine.